I can tell you now that my client will likely test positive. I don't think that she's currently under the influence at this time. I've met with Ms. Cummins on numerous occasions, and I don't see a change in her behavior.
The defendant drove here and will be leaving here again in a vehicle.
We've got a problem, obviously. Are you sure?
Yes, Your Honor. Prior to proceeding with sentencing, Your Honor,
This woman came into court looking totally out of it. Her eyes were dull, her words were messed up, and she didn't even try to seem normal. It was clear something was in her system. As soon as the judge noticed, the whole room went from awkward to serious real fast. Showing up like this can slow down the whole case because the judge might order tests or evaluations. Should judges be stricter? Or is it a sign the person needs help? Let's take a closer look.
of law enforcement and the observations of court personnel, I have reason to believe that the defendant is impaired or under the influence. She is currently subject to bond conditions to where she is not to consume illegal controlled substances or alcohol, and is subject to random UA, breath or blood tests. And based on that and the seriousness of these proceedings, I believe that my request for UA is reasonable.
Ms. Premier, what's your position on that?
Your Honor, I would object. My client is not under the influence of any illegal substances. She does take prescription medication. So Judge, we would object at this time.
Well, I think the number one question I've got is, does your client actually take prescription medications? And if so, what are the side effects or contraindications?
Just by how she stood, you could tell she wasn't sober. Her eyes were glossy, she moved slow, and she looked like she took something before the hearing. When someone shows up like that, the judge has to think, do they even understand what's going on? If the answer is no, everything gets paused, and the person may be sent for testing or even held in jail.
Judge, she takes, it's like a non-narcotic, but it's for muscle relaxer.
Does she take all of those simultaneously, or are they staggered throughout the day?
Judge, she takes in the morning, and then the other one she takes at nighttime.
Mr. Mosher, what's the basis? What phenomena or symptoms have you observed that makes you think that a UA may be appropriate at this time?
Your Honor, the behaviors I'm seeing, I would associate with what I've observed previously, what law enforcement described to me as tweaking. And I can try to bring the officer in if you want to hear more from him, if that's the case, Your Honor.
I think the best way to handle that is we bring him in and we...
The prosecutor didn't sugarcoat anything. He practically called her a tweaker in front of everyone because her behavior was that obvious. Her lawyer admitted she'll probably fail the drug test but said she's not high right now, just dealing with addiction and recent personal losses. The judge didn't seem convinced. He reminded everyone she already has a drug conviction and strict rules to follow. Failing a test would show she's been using recently, and the judge said he'd stop sentencing and take her into custody until she's clean. They took a short break. Her lawyer talked to her and came back saying the same thing. Yes, she'll definitely test positive. She also explained that putting the woman in jail could cause issues because she has 2 young kids at home. Then the officer added something serious. She drove herself to court. He said based on how she looked, she shouldn't be driving at all. The judge asked where she lives, more than an hour away. He also asked about the kids. They were home alone after taking the school bus. Now this wasn't just about drugs anymore. It was about child safety. Judge focuses on the kids. New simple version. The judge was clearly worried that her kids were alone while she showed up to court looking impaired. Her lawyer suggested that someone else could drive her home, but the judge seemed more worried about the children's situation. Judge makes his decision. New simple version. The judge ordered her taken into custody until she can pass a clean drug test. He also asked the attorneys to contact the county or child services to make sure her children weren't left alone or unsafe. They paused again to figure out who would care for the kids. A family member steps in. After the break, Her lawyer said her aunt could go get the kids and take care of them. The judge accepted that. Better family than foster care. He postponed sentencing and had her taken into custody until she's clean. New bond rules. New simple version. The judge added tough new conditions. She must take drug tests every Monday and Thursday. She has to pay for them herself. The results must be sent to the prosecutor the same day. She'll also be tested again at her next hearing. He made it clear only official testing places count, no home tests or faked results. This hearing didn't feel like a normal court case, it felt like watching someone's life fall apart. Even though she showed up in terrible shape, the judge still gave her another chance but with strict rules. Should courts be tougher on people who show up like this? Or is the system trying to help them before things get worse?